Giving you a live interview right now on mixtv.tv and also here on the radio. Doctor, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. We were jamming out to some 80s music there. You said you like the 80s as well.
Come on, who doesn't?
Who doesn't like the 80s, especially the rock kind of music like that there. Well, let's just start from the beginning. First of all, for the people, like I mentioned, that maybe missed the morning interview a few days ago, tell us a bit about yourself, Doctor, and just give us a little bit of a background on you personally.
All right. Well, my name is Caroline Pigford. I graduated from LSU Health Science Center.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, baby. With my doctorate. I specialize in hormone replacement therapy. So I opened Peak TRT here in Cleveland, right above Loopy's Pizza. And I'm so very excited to help the community, especially help the men, get their testosterone levels up, make them feel great, get that energy back, feel young again.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Well, where do I sign up?
Come see me.
But you've been open for how long now?
Since May 1st.
Since May 1st.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah.
So happy 30th day.
Yes.
You know?
Thank you. Month one, done.
Month one in the books.
Yes.
It's all downhill from here. But no, seriously, Dr. Caroline Pigford is here with us. Peak TRT. Tell me TRT. What does that stand for if I'm kind of trying to get that acronym there?
Testosterone replacement therapy.
Very simple, right?
Simple.
So just think about it in those aspects there. So again, you just mentioned some of the things that you guys do there. So if I'm experiencing low energy, fatigue, and maybe not feeling quite like myself, then you guys can help out with that.
Absolutely. I see lots of patients.
Tell me the process. Tell me how it works.
How's it work?
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of patients, and they all pretty much have similar symptoms. They're like, I'm so fatigued. I don't want to do anything. I work, and then I sit on the couch, and I can't do anything. And then they have, problems in the bedroom, or they're just not interested in bedroom time.
Right.
So a lot of men don't really understand the symptoms of low testosterone. So the main things you're going to see is low energy. You just have no motivation or drive to do anything. You're going to have a poor mood and feel depressed, not interested in intimate time. Maybe you've been working out and you're just not seeing any muscle gain no matter how hard you try. If you don't have enough testosterone in your body, you're not going to gain muscle no matter how hard you try.
Now, I guess a question just leading right into that, testosterone for men, how do you lose it? I mean, what point do you say, I just don't have it anymore? I mean, kind of walk me through that if you have some knowledge of that.
Yeah. So, it's normal, just like women through menopause, your hormones start to change at a certain age. So it's supposed to change in your 40s and 50s. Your testosterone level is supposed to go down. But we are seeing after World War II, more and more men in their 20s, 30s, 40s with very low levels, 100s, 200s, 300s. That's not normal.
What's normal?
Well, it's age-related, but, the total testosterone level is a bit deceiving. It's not the most important thing because some of your testosterone gets bound up to proteins.
Gotcha.
So your free and available testosterone is the most important thing, and it's a calculated score, or you can draw it directly. But that's really, you want to get that, free testosterone in a certain range. And you come in and see me, and I'll tell you all about it.
Tell you all about it. You can't give away all your secrets here on Mix TV and the radio, of course.
No.
Again, Dr. Caroline Pigford is here with us. Peak TRT is the name of her business, and right here in Cleveland, been open for 30 days now. Congratulations with that. Walk me through, is this something that once I've discovered that I am basically everything that you mentioned, is it something that it takes treatments, when I say that with an S?
Yes.
Or is it something that you kind of regulate? Kind of walk me through, if I'm coming to your office, what that feels like. Is it different for different people, or how does all that come together?
Well, you would give yourself a shot in the muscle, either in the leg or hip or even arm. There are a lot of providers out there that do prescribe testosterone therapy, but they only give the patients a shot every 2 weeks, and that's not enough.
Not enough, okay.
Because the medication, the half-life of it, which means half of it is eliminated from your body, is only 8 days. So if you're only taking a shot every 2 weeks, that is not good enough.
Gotcha.
So if you really want to get steady levels, you should give yourself a shot every 4 days. And so what I do is I start people on therapy, and we test it 6 weeks later, because you never really know what the best dose is for somebody until you start any dose and test it.
All right.
And then from there, we adjust the dose. But after that, labs are every 3 months. It's pretty simple, and you'll feel amazing.
So I'm going to get my energy back. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to be maybe, like you said, more involved in the bedroom scene and these things like that, just from coming and seeing you and just kind of getting. I don't know how to say it, but maybe as a man, getting your spunk back in your life.
Yeah, your vitality.
Your vitality.
Your livelihood.
Yeah, you just feel like you're ready to go out and do things again instead of just lying around. So, let's face it, there's probably a lot of people listening and watching on mixedtv.tv right now. I guess for men, we're very prideful, not to say that women are not. But for men, I'm sure this is a sensitive subject for some. So I'm assuming the conversation is hard to get started. But I think once they engage in coming in and having this conversation, then they think, you know what, I wish I'd have done this weeks, months, maybe even years ago.
Oh, yeah, I hear that a lot.
Because once I got over this little fear factor or my pride that was getting in the way of me living my best life, then now I'm ready to get back out there and be who I want to be.
Absolutely. I mean, as a woman, some men are kind of afraid to talk to me about these things. And once they get to know me, they know, like, there's no judgment. I just want to help you. I want to make you feel better. And there's nothing that you can't talk to me about.
I got you. All right. Again, Dr. Caroline Pigford is here with us. Peak TRT is the name of her business. Designed to optimize your health and well-being, basically, is what you're trying to get us to do.
Yes.
And of course, I'm kind of putting myself in this picture, so I'm saying men, but women, talk to me about that. Is that something that women's involved with? Or
Yes, I do plan on incorporating women's hormone therapy. I have not done it yet. Yeah, I got to do a little work on that because it's very complicated.
A little different.
Yeah.
You know what? I can see how that would be a little complicated.
It is. So men only have like a couple. Women have multiple hormones that need to be balanced,
I got you. So, I don't know anything, but I could say it'd be a little more complex with a woman.
Of course.
As far as just women being more complex, period.
In general.
In general, yeah. So there you go. So again, first step that I got to do, is it a consultation? Do I come in and kind of walk through some things? You ask me some questions, and I'll probably check all the boxes. Yes, 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 yes. All these things are happening to me. I'm fatigued all the time. I don't want to do anything. All those things you're talking about. And then you say, okay, here's what we're going to do to fix it.
Yes, so you would come in, fill out an intake form. I'd figure out what kind of symptoms you're having. We would draw your levels. So you need to have 2 testosterone levels drawn on different days before 11 in the morning, because that's when your levels are actually the highest. But you need to make sure that somebody actually qualifies for therapy and they actually have low testosterone and symptoms. So you shouldn't be on it if your levels are normal or if you don't have symptoms. You got to have both.
Right. So you're saying that this is something that for most people is going to be the answer, but I'm sure there's other times that it's not the answer.
That's right.
They may have something other
else.
Medical issue going on that this would help discover as well.
Absolutely.
So you want to know, right?
Yeah, and I draw comprehensive labs. It's not just testosterone. I want to see what your liver, your kidneys, what your lipid panel, all those things, what they look like.
Okay, so I'm going to come in and get this thing started. Talk to me about, is this somewhat covered over some insurances, no insurances, kind of those type questions would be the first things I would have if I'm asking these questions.
Right. So insurance does. It's complicated.
It's complicated, sure.
So this year in January, they've changed their guidelines.
Okay.
For instance, Blue Cross doesn't cover it for anyone over 65.
Gotcha.
It's just become really complicated with insurance. And
So
every year they cut it. So it's harder to get them to cover it. So at this time, I don't take insurance.
Okay.
I go ahead and pay for all the labs. Everything's included. I try to make it as easy as possible.
Okay, so because that's something I'm sure people want to know. How does this work?
Yes.
Have I got to be referred? So basically, I just come in on my own, and it's out of pocket.
Yes.
And we don't have to discuss prices or nothing because that's not what we're here to do. We're here to get people that are having these problems. But is it affordable? That's one thing I'm going to ask you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it is affordable.
Yeah.
Very affordable.
It's cheaper than your electricity bill.
Okay, so there you go. So if you're going to pay your electricity bill and you want to feel better, then you need to get by and see our friends at Peak TRT. So come in. We're going to get this first consultation. We're going to kind of get some labs done and see what's all going on. And have you had some 30 days? So I'm sure you've had some patients in the beginning and now that have come back and said, look, Doc, I am feeling fantastic. I feel like I've got my summer back. I wasn't even looking forward to summer because I didn't feel like doing nothing all winter. So I'm sure you're getting some testimonies and things by now, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, I can't talk about specific patients, but
sure.
I'll tell you about my husband because he wouldn't mind at all.
Okay.
So a few years ago, I started my husband on testosterone therapy. With a partner of mine. And at first, he would get off work because he works from home mostly. He would be done with work, sit on the couch, watch TV, eat dinner. That was it. He couldn't do anything. He was exhausted. So we started him. His levels were low. We started him on testosterone, and he's only 45. He's not that old, but his levels were bad.
That's young. Yeah.
So now he's getting up and reorganizing the garage. He's mowing the grass. He's working out. He has the energy to do these things, and his mood is improved. Before he didn't want to do anything.
Wow.
And now he's just living normal life. So you shouldn't expect that you're going to be a 20-year-old, bodybuilder, but you want to get your life back. You want to feel like you have the energy to do the normal things that you want to do. Reorganizing your garage, for instance.
Or just going out on the weekend and just hanging out with family and friends.
Absolutely.
And enjoying a pickup ball of basketball or something or anything.
Yeah, and before his mood was so bad. It appeared that he had depression, but he says, I'm not depressed.
Right.
I just am fatigued.
Fatigued.
And so now, he's like, hey, let's go on vacation. I'm like, yeah let's go. Let's go to the beach. Let's do it.
So maybe this is an early vacation present for the man. If you're the woman and you're saying, hey, look, I'm going to go vacation. And he's saying, I don't know. I just don't feel it this year. Boom, here we go.
Yeah.
We got the fix for you right here. Again, Dr. Caroline Pigford is here with us. The name of the business is Peak TRT. Explain TRT to me again.
Testosterone replacement therapy.
So there you go. So very easy to be a part of. Come to your office or they can call you. There's websites. Give me all those details.
So you can call or text me at 423-203-1606 or visit our website at peaktrt.com or email me at info@peaktrt.com.
Realistically, how long, and I know everybody's different, but normally, realistically, from the time that I make that first appointment to come in to see you until I start feeling somewhat better, how long of a time frame am I looking at?
Well, I would say about 6 weeks because you need enough of the drug to build up in your system before you really start to feel better. And then at that point, I'm going to check your labs and kind of see how you feel and how your labs look and make a decision. Do we need to go up on the dose? Most of the time we do because it starts you on a lower dosing. And we want to test it and see where you're at. So at 6 weeks, we'll change the dose if need be and move on from there. And that's when it should really be kicking in around 6 weeks where you're really feeling good.
So if you're feeling this way, it's the last day of May. Here we go. So by the middle of July, which just seems very soon from now, really just right around the corner, right after the 4th of July, you're going to feel like a new person. You're going to have that energy back. You're not going to be so fatigued. You're going to want to be involved in things that you haven't really been involved in quite some time. And you're just going to be able to go back to being a little bit more of the person that you want to be. This is a great opportunity. Start now. By the middle of July, with the rest of the summer right there in front of you, you're going to feel better. You're going to be ready. A lot of people go on vacation latter part of July and those type things. If you want to feel better and just be a better person, mood-wise and everything, it sounds like.
Feel like yourself again.
Feel like yourself again. You need to check it out. Peak TRT. Give them a call today. And again, that number, 423-203-1606. Visit the website, peaktrt.com. And you guys are located again, what location was it you told me?
2380 North Ocoee Street on the second floor above Lupi's Pizza.
All right, well, we're going to give you another 15 seconds to, you're on Mixed TV and the radio. Tell us in kind of in closing, the pitch that you feel would get people involved. Just to say, hey, I want you to feel better, whatever you feel led to say as a doctor.
Sure, yeah. If you are even just curious if your testosterone levels are low, let's check it. Let's find out. And if that's not it, we will find out what is going on. I'll do my best. Sometimes, the answer is testosterone. Sometimes it is not, but it's worth a shot. If you don't feel like yourself, if you have low energy, low libido, not feeling good, your mood is bad, or you're working out and you're not seeing any gains with the muscle, it could be your testosterone. So it couldn't hurt to just get checked out.
There you go. Well, doctor, it's so nice to have you in this afternoon. We appreciate it. And
thank you.
Much success. We'll see you again maybe in another 30 days, see how we're doing from there. How about that? Okay.
Hopefully we're doing great.
I hope so, too. All right, we're going to take this to quick break. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us. Mix 104.1 WCLE.